everybody, to the newest game show, Fake It Till You Make It. I'm John Potok.
I'm Taylor Nemeth.
And I'm Zach Potok.
And we are here to take you on a roller coaster ride with plenty of drama, excitement, games, and lots of characters. What do you guys think? We got a new season of a new show. They're going to do lots of competitions in which they will then be able to nominate 2 people for the chopping block. And every week somebody gets eliminated until we have a Fake It Till You Make It champion. However, when you are nominated, 2 people get nominated, and then a third one gets put up by the rest of the castmates.
Drama starts right there.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
I cannot
exactly
wait
right.
for everybody to see this cast we've got.
And then we do what we call a pardon competition. Whoever wins the pardon competition gets pardoned from the chopping block, and the other 2 go into our courtroom and face Judge Joe in a big debate to save their game life.
Dun, dun, dun.
What do you think?
I'm excited.
There's going to be lots of arguing, lots of drama, and lots of games, excitement, and so forth. I'm just looking forward to it, and we're going to start off this week with 15 contestants, and we're going to see how this goes down, and we're going to dwindle it week by week till we finally crown a champion.
Let's do it.
Can't wait.
Well, with that being said, we can go down some of the castmates' names. We have Nick, we have Gage, we have Drew, we have Blaze, we have Eric, we have Ron, we have Keenan, we have Allie, we have Cassidy, we have Chase, we have Triana, we have Rochelle, we have Becky, we have Macy, and Tiffany. Sounds like a pretty even cast, guys
Yep.
and
Team
girls.
Girls and
guys.
guys.
Team guys already.
I'm going to go
calling it.
early right
yeah.
now and say I want predictions. Guy or girl?
Team guys all the way.
Guy's going to win it?
Nope.
What do you say?
Females forever.
Ooh, the females do outnumber the men, so it will be interesting. That doesn't necessarily mean anything, though.
Ridiculous.
All competitions in this game are pretty level so it doesn't give an advantage to a guy or a girl per se. So it'll be interesting to see how this turns out.
Yeah, physical strategy, common sense.
But as I say that, of course, we're going to take you down to our first challenge. It's the golf challenge. Now, it's not just any regular golf game. What it is, it's a putt-putt golf game. And there's certain spots on the green that are worth a certain amount of points. The first part being 1 point, the second part being 2 points, and the third part being 3 points. Wherever your ball ends up, that's how many X's you get to put on another contestant's name. Now, however, once you get 3 X's, 3 strikes, you're out. And we're going to dwindle it down to 1. So with that being said, I'll ask again, this week, it tends to favor a guy. But that doesn't mean anything.
I got Allie winning this one. Reason why I said it because Allie looks like a golfer. I'm just saying it.
Allie looks like a golfer.
Listen, it's the first week. I don't know everyone too well with the gameplay. I'm still going to say female because I think it takes patience.
It definitely takes patience. Mm-hmm. Any particular female? You want to take a guess?
Let's go with Macy.
Ooh,
First
Macy.
out since you picked it.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, here we go, Zach.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to say Nick. He just looks like a golfer. So I'm going to go with Nick on that.
Take my line too, John. That's ridiculous.
Oh, okay. Anyway, let's take you on down to the warehouse and let's see who wins the golf challenge, the first challenge of the year.
So in the challenge, I think in the beginning, I'm just looking and it was terrible. I've already been out on these golfing streets, so I know what to do. I'm here to win this. I'm going for the alphas. Mr. Drew! So I pulled a 2. You think I'm not going to put Nick and Drew on the chopping block? Of course. The Alpha Dogs is going home this time around. We're not playing soft this way at all. All right, Aaron. target somebody. I think I'm gonna go for Eric for no good reason. He just looks like a good competitor.
Yeah, I think I'm doing pretty solid out here right now. I've already put it in the 2 slot.
He saved me. And then he hit him. How rude. Oh, I didn't know what happened.
Yeah,
I'm looking to maybe get it in the 3 and then put somebody out, as long as somebody doesn't get too mad at me for putting them down first.
Play to win or make some friends. Come on, Max. Your turn.
I ain't gonna cause no waves on the first scene. I'm gonna blow it, and then I'm gonna come back stronger.
Y'all are both gonna get an X?
there we go.
Go for somebody that already has. Go for gold.
Chase is eliminated.
Alright, now what I expected.
So I was very excited to start the competition today. I felt like I really had, a one-up. Maybe wasn't necessarily like men against women or anything. And I actually got out of the game before I was able to start the competition. And that was really confusing to me because it was somebody that we're supposed to have an alliance with. So I was just very flabbergasted as to what would make that person get me out. I've done nothing but be friends with everybody, so I guess I need to fake it till I make it a little better.
Nick is next.
Yeah, I went up to that golf course, hit my swing. I mean, it was kind of what it was expected. Hit my first shot, hit the 3. She put me right on the spot, put her right on the deck, got her ass out. That was pretty much it. So, that's me.
So with this challenge, I think I'm gonna do pretty good. My grandpa's a golfer, so I've been putting for a while. I feel pretty confident in this. My first stroke was pretty good.
I like you, but you'll beat me, baby.
I definitely got the strongest person out of here, but I think I got this challenge on pack.
Man, a challenge I love, putt-putt golf, and I didn't even get a chance to take a shot. Sucks.
Oh yeah, that way.
Nice and easy.
I did the same. There you go. There you go. You know what to do. Get somebody out. Use that pretty head, girl.
I can feel the ladies are teaming up against the guys.
So far, I feel like I'm doing good. I'm hanging in there long. Nothing got me nervous yet. I'm doing a lot better. I'm giving out some X's. I don't have an X yet, so I'm feeling all right about it.
Rebecca is next. Everybody.
This is Rebecca. This ain't Becky. This is
Becky, we know you got this, girl.
This game is a tough one. Honestly, I am overstepping it a little and hitting the ball just a little too hard. I'm gonna bring it back a little and try to knock out some of the men.
Hey, tuck that shirt and
game's going good.
Get him, get him, get him.
At the same time, I definitely put a target on my back. Because there's a guy versus girl thing. I broke that.
What happens when it goes for my baby?
And that's probably my biggest mistake so far, but it is what it is.
I still love you. Love you.
The game right now is wild.
Let's see where it goes. Kind of hit it a little too hard. I was hoping I'd be better at it, but my hand a little slipped, so I kind of messed that one up.
Come on, Gage! That was so disappointing. I know, bro. That was pathetic. Yes, that makes sense. All right. Let's see him go. Let's see what he does. You're a bitch.
I don't feel threatened by this, honestly, so I'm just going to ride the wave.
I'm sorry.
I was just trying to get a feel for like how hard to hit it. I just kept hitting it too hard.
We're going for Gage, Steve, if you didn't know.
I know what I gotta do. I gotta lay low. That's it.
I'm rooting for Asia. Go Asia. You got it. Go Asia. Oh, good. Hey, girl. There we go. The girls are coming back. You got this. Girls know how to hit that shit. Come on, Asia. Win the game. Get them out. Win the game. Somebody out. Come on, Asia. Girl power. Win the game. Girl power. What am I making? I'm so fucking feeling. Ron has one. Put another X on tape.
salty. I hung in there until like the last 3 people, and Macy took me out. I'm coming for it though. Like it's definitely beef for that one. She could have went for Rochelle.
Come on, Rochelle. There we go. Oh, yeah.
So I ended up winning the competition, and I'm so surprised because I don't even know how I did it.
Hey, she ended up winning it by luck.
Welcome back, everyone. Fake it till you make it. I'm John.
I'm Taylor.
And I'm Zach.
And there you have it. We have a female first champion,
Told
Rochelle.
ya.
Rochelle wins the golf challenge. There was a lot of already interesting things starting to pan out here. Did you notice the little bit of bickering between Ron and Nick?
Maybe there's a little showmate between Ron and Triana because Nick went and attacked Triana, and then Ron had to protect his boo.
What happens when Nick goes for my baby?
I mean, that could be one thing already. And then how about Becky saying everybody's weak besides her because she's physically strong?
There's some animosity building for sure.
Already in week 1. But let's talk about the Becky situation. Now, it's going to be interesting because Rochelle gets to nominate 2 people for the chopping block. And it's also going to be interesting because of Becky is already kind of talking a little too much, in my opinion.
Agreed.
Yeah, she's putting a bullseye on her back.
Well, you fucked yourself.
100%.
Everybody's weak. She is strong, and she, that's what she does is right there.
Exactly. And there's nothing there.
Yeah, but is that maybe a possible smart strategy? Because people are going to be like, we could easily get her out at any time.
Well, here's the smart thing. The smart thing is to keep Becky, okay? Because she's a weak link in my eyes.
I agree.
But she's trying to put on this tough persona, which is, I think, going to get her booted.
I agree. I mean, everything Taylor said, I agree with.
What? Wow, that's
I
a
know.
shocker. That's a shocker.
Hell froze over. What can I say?
So Rochelle wins the challenge. Did you notice any animosity? It came down to her and Macy, but did you notice any animosity with her and anyone else? Like, is there even a slight guess on who she might nominate?
I don't really feel I have any targets really at the moment besides Nick.
No, she played it cool, honestly. I mean, first couple rounds, she didn't land anything. Then she came on when it mattered.
Yeah, I honestly think Rochelle's going to fly under the radar. She's just going to play it cool at this point. It's too early in the game. Everyone's got to still, there's the alliances aren't going to be made quite just yet. Everyone's trying to figure out.
I get that. There's not going to be alliances per se yet, but who knows? We've already had our first little bit of tension, I guess we can call it. The other interesting thing that we did not mention earlier about this game is there is a point where each contestant has the option to get rid of their vote by drawing for what we call the money chip. In a box, we place 20 black chips and 1 green chip. If you get the green chip, it's the money chip, and it's considered like an immunity idol for the same thing as like what Survivor has, or it's basically your get out of jail free card. If you get nominated to be put on the chopping block, the money chip gets you off, and you get to call your replacement. So that'll be interesting too to see later if anybody draws for the money chip.
I don't see that happening.
Well, I think it'd be a good strategy in the beginning of the game.
I would draw week 1. I mean, what do you got to lose?
You're not down to the wire.
There's no teams. There's no alliances yet. There's nobody really arguing. I'd take my chances. I think I would draw.
Agree. Because you can hold on to that chip, correct?
That's
if
correct.
If you get that
Until
chip, you don't have to use it right away.
But that's the interesting thing, too. If you draw it and you have friends, do you let anybody know you have it, or you keep it to yourself?
Quiet, yeah. That'll be interesting.
Right. Anyway, Rochelle's the champion. We're going to take you back down to the warehouse. The animosity is killing me. Any quick predictions? Who does she nominate?
I'd say 2 guys, probably just because girl code. That's my personal opinion.
Yeah. Well, I see the way everyone's kind of got it out for Becky right now. I think Becky's for sure going to go up.
Very interesting. I'm going to say... I don't have a damn clue. We're just going to go down and find out what's going on to see who Rochelle nominates for the first 2 people to hit the chopping block.
It's kind of a blow to the mind. I mean, I didn't really think that she was going to win the challenge at all.
Congratulations to Rochelle.
Wow. Like, didn't see that one coming. She launched the first 2 balls off the end and then sank the last 3.
So Rochelle won. I feel pretty good about this. I've talked to her quite a bit, and we seem to have a pretty good base of, I don't want to go as far as to call us friends, but I have no issues with her. I feel the same with her towards me.
I'm feeling great. I'm definitely good. Rochelle is the homie. She's not sending me home.
With Rochelle picking who's on the block, I feel safe.
Wow, what a challenge. Rochelle wins. I kind of blew everybody away. I thought it was pretty cool, but then I get a little nervous. You know, I don't know where her head's at.
So Rochelle won. I'm kind of like, about her winning, you know. She's not a threat, but then again, could she be playing a little silent treatment thing? Who knows?
It was really good to see that you won.
Rochelle won the challenge. I'm feeling pretty confident that I'm staying another week. I'm sorry for whoever gets put up there.
I think she's probably going to end up picking me out of the group.
I'm a little nervous about picking who's gonna go up, but I guess I gotta do what I gotta do.
She was kind of talking to me a little bit in the corner, talking about who she should put up and stuff like that. So I feel like I'm pretty safe for the week.
Well, I didn't want to make any targets on certain people, so you really have to think about what you're doing. I nominate Nick to be on the block because I feel like he's a strong person in the show, and it's gonna benefit me.
She's scaring me.
The other person,
I really don't know who she's gonna put up. I'm hoping during the challenge I preached girl power enough that the women kind of get on board and don't put each other up for the elimination.
sorry to do it, but Chase, you're gonna be a block. Me and Macy are cool. I can see that she's trying to go for Macy.
So Rochelle was the winner. I did see that she was speaking to Macy, so I don't know if that would necessarily like be a little bad for me. I don't know if they necessarily have an alliance. Like I said before, I thought that we did have an alliance with all of the women, so definitely a major learning curve for me, and kind of just know what I need to do from here on out with alliances and who you're faking it till you make it with.
I voted with Chase to stir the pot. I don't really have a problem with Chase, but I thought it would maybe cause some drama, and it honestly clearly did, so I don't think I'm safe anymore, to be honest with you.
Welcome back to Fake It Till You Make It. I'm John.
I'm Taylor.
And I'm Zach.
And Zach, you
got
missed
it half
it there.
right.
You missed
You're
it
half
there.
right.
And
I was,
but you also
a
kind of were
little,
little.
right? Rochelle just didn't
I
pick.
think she did make the right moves on flying
Yeah.
under the radar. She chose Nick,
I nominate Nick.
which starts a little, something there. And then, of course, Chase,
Sorry to do it, but Chase.
kind of harmless pick right there as well.
She kind of did 50-50. She picked a
Right.
strong competitor, and she picked, a lesser strong competitor.
She definitely put Nick up there because his haircut's looking kind of awful and
Oh,
the
here
beard's
we
weird.
go.
That's definitely the real reason. Definitely not no strong competitor in my personal opinion.
Well, Nick didn't do bad in the
golf game, yeah.
Wasn't he like first 3 out?
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Exactly.
All right. Well, anyway, Nick and Chase are now on the chopping block. And then, of course, the house has to make a decision. Mm-hmm. The castmates decide who that third person's going to be.
Everybody had it out for Becky, like I kind of predicted there.
Everybody was kind of starting to talk there. I think
Yeah.
they're going to choose Becky and myself. What do you think?
I agree. I think her mouth's going to get her in trouble.
Yeah.
What do you think her thoughts were in as far as her gameplay? Like, why do you come out so strong right off the bat?
Well, she's, like I said, putting a bullseye on her back. It's not really helping her make too many friends, you know?
Maybe she feels she's a comp beast and she fears nothing.
I don't know if I'd be doing that week 1, though.
I agree. I wouldn't be.
Well,
you got to win a little first.
Yes, I agree. You have to win a little first to make people afraid of you.
Yeah.
She hasn't done that. But anyway, with that being said, let's take it back down to the warehouse and find out who the rest of the castmates nominate as that third person on the chopping block.
All right. What are y'all thinking? Who's the third person? We gotta vote. Anybody have any ideas? That's what I just said. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Tell them.
Enthusiastic. I think she wants to compete.
Ask Cassidy. Running on the show. Nobody's gonna talk.
pretty okay with where I'm at with everything, and I feel good about what's going to happen, and hope I don't get surprised.
All right, y'all want me to be the vote? Is this for Chase. Becky.
I'll also place my vote for Drew.
I hate my life. Becky.
Becky. The person that put me out, Stevie.
Becky. You
too? I just can't believe it. I'm like, I thought they was on teams. I thought they had their alliance. I'm like, it's cutthroat for everybody.
Okay, we are back, and we all called that one.
Yeah.
Becky has been put up as the third castmate to be on the chopping block.
So, of course, Becky got put on the chopping block. These girls are so scary. They don't want to ever send the boys home.
And, of course, this leads us to our pardon challenge. Was there any surprises there? I mean, did we have any shocker with Becky being picked by the rest of the
No,
castmates?
but it's not good gameplay, though, either. It's really not.
Well, I know, but here's the thing. In week one, you got to kind of watch your ways because you don't want to be exposing yourself too much. And since Becky has been out there, kind of spouting off a little bit, it's probably the smart. If everybody says Becky, why not follow the train,
I feel like this is like the whole, it's your first day of school. You don't know anybody. Just sit and be quiet kind of thing, And everyone else is just kind of, I think, looking and making, their own assumptions internally about people and how the game's going to be played. And she's just full force, just out there.
Maybe Becky's going to be kamikaze and she's just doing this so she could be the first to go home.
Could be. I mean, the way she's acting.
Hey, yeah.
Now, the pardon competition is really a game of luck this week. So this was probably not the smart move on Becky's behalf there. It's kind of set up. There's 9 squares, and you'll see everybody's name up there 3 times. And the first person to expose their name 3 times wins pardon.
Oh, nice.
So there's not really a skill here. It's just a matter of
luck
and guess.
Yep.
So I can't even really ask you as a skillful by saying, hey, who do you think's going to win? It's just really a big guess. So, Zach, guess. Who's going to win the pardon?
Becky's going to have the luck on her side.
I'm going to say Nick.
All right, I'll go with Chase then. I'll go the odd man out.
Okay, whoever wins this, what are we betting on here?
What do you want to bet, Taylor?
Blizzards.
Ooh. I'm in.
Let's do it.
Are you in?
Sure, whatever.
You're boring, Zach.
Right.
Will you stop?
Exactly.
Please
I
stop.
can't wait to see this competition. You guys are talking about blizzards.
Let's go down and see the pardon competition.
2.
1. 4 is the number. She'll go first.
4, please.
Lucky 4, which is what she won the competition. Chase.
So I did make it to the chopping block.
Nick. 1.
Damn. Okay, all right.
They honestly did do much of the work and pulled my name, so I'm pretty much just grateful to still be here.
9.
That's a good guess.
That is a good guess.
Becky has 1. Chase has 2. Becky has 1. Becky.
Number 3.
Chase. Chase is the winner. Chase has been pardoned.
And honestly, the other people managed to save me. I don't know how that worked.
When Chase put herself off the log, I'm like, all right, yeah. She got herself out of there.
So Chase was saved from elimination, and it's down to Nick and I.
It is what it is.
Welcome back, everybody, to Fake It Till You Make It. I'm John.
I'm Taylor.
And I'm Zach.
And there you have it. Chase, my person. Thank you for the Blizzards, Chase. Chase wins the pardon competition, which sets up a big monster debate, which should be very interesting. Nick and Becky are going to the courtroom and facing Judge Joe as they debate for their game life. Did you see that coming? Apparently not.
I have a feeling, though, this is going to be a strong debate. I feel like Becky is obviously very strong from the beginning, and I feel like Nick is going to have a lot of say, maybe for the rest of the castmates as well.
Yeah, but do you think, and this is nothing against Nick, Nick's not the greatest speaker.
No, yeah.
I don't know.
I think everybody's got it for Becky for some reason. I feel like they're going to push him.
So are you saying just right now, are you hitting it up right now saying, look, there's nothing Becky can say, she's going home?
I think Becky's going home. I think she could say whatever she wanted, and the cast is still going to vote.
You don't think that if Nick comes out and has a bad debate and Becky tears him up, she has no chance of saving her game life?
I don't think so.
What do you think?
See, I think the opposite. I think Nick does go home no matter what, because people look at him as a strong competitor. I don't see it. You guys know that. But at the same time, though, I think Becky's going to out-debate Nick, and Judge Joe will actually have some good entertainment for week one.
See, I don't doubt that she's going to out-debate him, but I think that everybody just has this vendetta for Becky right now because she came out as such a strong, I'm going to beat everybody, you all are weak.
What's really interesting is how we're all watching the same thing, and you're watching, per se, an emotional game, and you're watching, per se, a strategic game.
Correct.
In the middle is the truth.
Well, it's not a shocker. I'm more strategic than Taylor. Not a shocker.
Well, I am emotional.
Typical. And if I was in there, you'd be out week one.
Oh.
Was that true?
True.
Absolutely not. He'd be a Becky coming out hardball the first week.
Oh.
I'm a social butterfly. What can I say?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Fly away.
So it's going to be interesting how this rolls. So without further ado, let's take you down to our courtroom. Judge Joe presiding. We're going to see Nick versus Becky and our first debate of the season.
Let's do it.
Good luck, Judge Joe.
I wanted Chase to get out.
Okay, so Chase is the direction I was leaning on. You know, listen, everybody, if you don't know, it's a 9 to 7, ladies got the edge kind of thing.
I feel like I wanted Chase to actually stay on the block. I actually like Becky more than her. I talked to Becky more, so I think that Becky should have remained, or got off the block, and Chase should remain on there.
I'm glad that Chase won the challenge. I feel like she, you know, kind of deserved it more than anyone.
To be honest, my thoughts was to get Nick out. Like, he's a stronger person. Becky ain't gonna hurt us as much as he will. He got a lot more people on his side, so you know, my first thought was let's get Nick out.
I thought Chase would go home, but it didn't work out like that. Nick, you're on the chopping block, baby. You going home, pretty boy.
Nick, Becky. I like Nick. Becky's okay, but Nick's a bigger threat, and he's got to go home. I'm voting for Nick tonight.
I'm feeling a little nervous because Nick seems to be a fan favorite to all the other castmates. I'm not so sure how well that's going to work for everyone in the long run. I'll go in there and give it my best. We'll see how well it plays out.
Court is now in session. Becky and Nick, you're up for the jury process.
Should have been Chase.
Nick, obviously, through being selected by the winner, and Becky, through your castmates. So at this time, what I'm going to do first is ask the castmates and the people up for jury selection if anyone has the money chip. The money chip was used in the diary room, or you had a chance to select it within the diary room by giving up your vote for the week. If anyone has it at this time, you can choose to use it on either of the people, and the person that uses it selects the replacement of the person they're choosing to remove off of the jury. No? Perfect, so we're gonna move forward then. So now I'm gonna move on to the question part. The castmates have all decided to ask questions that you both are gonna have a chance to answer and respond to. At that point, after we've asked these questions, we're gonna have everybody go to a vote again. So the first question, who do you think people like more, you or Nick?
So I think I made a big mistake mentioning Keenan's name. Keenan's lame! I didn't realize Keenan was the popular guy, so that might just default me to be the unliked candidate between Nick and I.
Okay, so you think people like more
I think
Nick
my
than you
castmates
because
would just
Keenan.
choose Nick more.
Okay, Nick, same question.
I mean, I'm just gonna be straight up. Oh man, I don't want to be brutal here, but Becky, I'm sorry. I feel like I'm liked a little bit more.
You're fighting for your life and you're gonna apologize right now?
Yeah, because I feel bad because
Okay.
it's just brutal honesty right there, to be honest with you, and tell everybody else that, but that's just me, and I tell it how it is.
Okay, so why do you think that people like you more than her?
Man, well.
Go ahead, let's hear it.
Oh, I know. No. Hear me out here.
Don't hold back.
Question 2, and maybe we'll come back and visit that.
It's a simple question. I mean,
That's okay. That's okay. So we're moving on to question 2. If you stay, why should we trust you?
Why should you trust me? I mean, this game, it's hard to be honest. I mean, with trustworthy, but I mean, there's alliances in this game. I mean, you are who you are. I mean, you talk to who you talk to. But towards the end of the game, I mean, you have alliances with everybody out there, right? But when it comes down to the end, I mean, it's hard to tell who you're going to be alliances with. Everybody knows for that fact. I mean, you can't be with every single person in this room, you know? So, I mean, by the end of it, you can be friends with everybody, but you can't be friends with everybody. You know what I'm saying? So.
Thank you for the response. Becky, we'll give you the same chance for the same question.
Yeah, so if I come back next week, why do I think everyone should trust me? I'm just like an honest, upfront person, and
Honest and upfront person, okay.
yeah,
Perfect,
it's hard to say. I just, one, I am truthful and outspoken, and what you see is what you get. Who I am to your face is who I am in the confessional. So there is no mystery here with me. I am who I say I am.
Okay, just a few more questions. And Becky, again, we're going to have you start on this one as well. What do you have in common with your opponent?
Nick, well, we both have great hair.
His haircut's looking kind of awful.
Is that a shot at me?
I appreciate a man with good hair. I do. Differences, I'm probably physically stronger than this one.
So what do you have in common, though? What do you think, outside of the great hair, and I agree you both have great hair, what do you think you have in common with him? What do you think from a gameplay perspective you have in common with Nick?
Gameplay. Appearance-wise, it's the hair, it's the smile. Gameplay, it's hard to say after just one challenge. He seems athletically advanced. I also am, though, so.
Perfect. Okay, Nick, we'll give you the same shot, same question. What do you have in common with Becky?
Athletically, nothing. Hair, I can see she got the same hair as me, kind of. You know, we both got the black hair, brown hair. I don't know, I'm pretty colorblind, so I couldn't tell you. But physically, you know, we're kind of the same person. We're pretty big ego. You know, we play the same game. We play competition, but I mean, if it's the same game, we don't play the same game. So we're not the same person, I would say.
Okay, so we got a little chant from the jury there. It sounds like there's some disagreement there. However, we won't touch on it at this point. We're going to continue with this process. I'm going to give you guys your final question for an answer. Nick, again, you get the first shot at this one. In 30 seconds, tell me why you think you should stay over Becky.
Well, I don't know. That's kind of a hard question for her. For me, I just think I should be, I mean,
This is your game life on the line, Nick. Come on, you got 15 seconds left, buddy. What are you doing here?
Don't play with me here, all right? No, I just think this is my game. I mean, I got my alliances. This game's about alliances. This game's about maybe bonding with people, you know, coming to a certain point in this game. But I don't want to put anything on the spot, but I feel like I can make this game more entertaining, more competitive than Becky when she's here. Not much of a fan of Becky myself. I don't know where you put it. But
Perfect, thank you, Nick. And Becky, we're going to give you the same question in 30 seconds. Tell us why you think you should stay over Nick.
So Nick says he's an alliance with all you guys. What it sounds like is he's playing the hell out of every single one of you guys. I've been upfront and honest. I haven't reached out to any single one of you guys and said, let's be friends, let's be friends. But Nick's whispered in every single one of your ears.
So let me ask you this then. So again, we're going to go back. I'm just going to touch on that just real quick. Do you think that helps you or hurts your game then? That's going to be the final question. I'll put that to both of you for a quick 5-second wrap up.
Who these people are inside. Are you Are you genuine? Are you up front? Are you on your sleeve?
Thank you. Nick, rebuttal?
Do you know where this comes to? Do you know where we're sitting right here? It's a fucking debate. And I mean, we're trying to get votes. You gotta talk to people and be friends with people. So I mean, if you want to vote, you gotta be friends with people.
I'm who
So
I am.
I mean,
Perfect. So thank you both for the responses. At this point, court is going to be closed and the jury is going to decide your fate.
At least for me, we're going to balance some numbers out, so I have to go Becky right now. But boy, I'll tell you what, when it gets to push comes to shove, we'll see which man's standing at the end.
Okay, we are back. Fake it till you make it. I'm John.
I'm Taylor.
And I'm Zach.
And
horrible.
Wow, yeah, I'm kind of, what a letdown for our first debate.
She did tear him up, though.
Yeah, you did call that. You did say Becky would tear, Nick up.
I mean, Becky was challenging Nick, and
Yeah.
Nick just, he was like, oh, I'm about to release. Then does nothing. Horrible.
Well,
I hope you go home, Nick. I hope you do.
Well, if you're a juror, is that what happens? You send Nick home for that?
Yes, absolutely.
What about you, Taylor?
I don't know. I feel like it's a test run in a sense. Nobody knows really, I feel like Becky's just been strong from the beginning. That was a given.
Yeah, but I think Becky was way more entertaining.
Oh, for sure.
Becky, really, really outdid Nick in the debate. If I'm a juror, I think I keep Becky for that because clearly she's got she's got a target on her back, and then B, she had a great debate and ripped Nick up. Becky, you could hold for future weeks to say,
Becky's
look,
an easy target. She is on a week-to-week basis.
So she's strong with her wordplay, and Nick's strong with his gameplay.
Well, don't go that far now.
But he could be a strong competitor. You have to think at it that way. If you're looking at it from a male perspective, how you do, you're not on the female side. You're looking at a male perspective. He's going to be a stronger player.
Okay.
With some gameplay. So strategically, he would be the one to get sent home if I was in the jury.
well, if you were, you would send Nick home because of that.
Yep. Because he's a stronger player than Becky.
I think I would send Nick home too. A, like she said, he's a threat. B, his debate was horrible.
Yep.
I know that Becky's in the back pocket when it comes to, any week we want to send her home, we have that option. And, it's easy to do unless she wins the competition.
You guys know who I want to go home is Nick. So
Yeah, I feel like it's a 3 strikes and you're out type of thing there.
Well, let's see how the jury thinks, though. And that's the most important. We could say all day who we want to go home. But it also is going to be interesting to see because Becky was not nominated by Rochelle, so it'd be interesting to see what Rochelle thinks about this. She wins. She nominates Nick. She nominates Chase. And what happens? I mean, now, if neither one of her people go home, does that put a bullseye on her back?
That could be.
My plan didn't end up going through because I wanted Chase to get out. Who does Chase really have? Only Allie. So Chase and Allie need to go. So I figured it's going to be a physical challenge. So Nick would stay and it would be Becky and Chase. I thought Chase would go home, but it didn't work out like that.
I'm hearing Judge Joe is calling court back into session, so we're going to take you down to the courtroom. Judge Joe presiding, and we're going to find out exactly how the votes went between Nick and Becky.
Court is back in session. We are now going to speak through who the person is going home. There was a total of 13 votes and 1 no vote. So somebody chose to draw for the money chip this evening and lost their vote. That person didn't decide to show themselves. So by a vote of 9-4, the jury has declared Becky fake. Thank you all, and we'll see you next week.
When I came to Nick and Becky, y'all already knew who the one was gonna be, and it was Nick, parent course, Becky just ain't had no chance against Nick, but hey, shit happens.
My second plan was Becky would go out, and that ended up happening. I only chose Nick because I knew that he would end up staying.
This is complete bullshit. Nick should have went home.
I voted for this person because I feel like it's smart to just not necessarily be making friends, but use strategy. So he's a guy, he's obviously more athletic than I am. He's probably gonna win over me. So I feel like if we get all the guys out first, we get to the women, and then we can start turning on each other and see who can win from there. And that's why I voted for him.
Why I'm voting Nick is clear. He's the most competitive one out of the three. He holds the biggest threat. And I'm not about to be one of the other little girls that act scared of the boys. No, I'll send you home and I'm gonna be upfront about it. So pretty boy Nick, you're going home.
All right, I really didn't want to have to do this. I thought that me and Nick, we had a good alliance and stuff going, but all of a sudden he kind of started acting a little bit shady and was being short, so I immediately thought, you know what, let's keep Becky. Becky's pretty much my right-hand go-to, so yeah, I voted for Nick and I want Becky to stay.
Sorry, Nick, you're a threat, nothing personal, but you gotta go tonight. I'm sorry, man.
I do think it would have been smart to vote him out, but I think that's going to put a target on my back, so I don't think that would be smart to do.
Okay, we are back. I'm John.
I'm Taylor.
And I'm Zach.
And there we have it. By a vote, 9-4. 9-4? Becky is on her way out. She's gone.
Horrible gameplay.
Well, this is where we were talking about earlier, strategic versus emotional. I think Becky might have spouted off a little too much to make the emotional game come out instead of, the strategic game.
Does everybody want to see that horrible haircut and that bad beard on a weekly basis? I know I don't. That's horrible. I mean, Becky should be here instead of Nick.
What do you mean, though? If you heard in the debate, Becky was complimenting Nick's hair.
I appreciate a man with good hair. I do.
She needs glasses, obviously.
You're just mad.
So anyway, it's very, very interesting that Nick is safe now. I don't know. It's because maybe he's made buddies with some of the guys. Maybe he's made friends. Or is it Nick's doing, or is it Becky's doing because she was spouting off how strong she is? And
well, I feel like week one, again, it's the safe route is girls on girls' side, guys on guys' side. And
Becky is gone, but the interesting thing is we were minus one vote because somebody drew for the money chip.
Who was it?
That's somebody being Gage. He did not hit the money chip, so he loses his vote. Just because he drew for the money chip.
Very interesting.
Let's talk about the fact that Nick had a horrible debate.
Exactly. Another reason
Becky
to get him out.
Shredded him.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And
she was even telling him.
Yeah, that
Bring
she's
it
challenging him.
Go ahead, let's hear it.
Oh, I know. No.
Don't hold back.
She's challenging him, and the castmates still did not give her that little bit of leisure and still send her home.
I vote her out because she tried to get me to be the third person in the voting, and Nick did nothing wrong to me. So goodbye.
I'm gonna vote for Becky because Nick's my dude, so I can't do it to him.
I'm voting for Becky this week. Guys Alliance, Nick's my dude.
Gonna vote for Becky. Becky, no harm on you, girl. You're fun to have around. Just one of these things, we got to keep the guys where we're at, and that's what we're going to do for right now. I wish you well, and good luck with everything.
I'm voting Becky out because I don't think she has many connections. She's pretty easy, and it is the first week. I want to see how things go in the competition. I don't really feel I need to be worried, but I think if Becky goes out, there's not much to lose from the show, honestly.
All right, so I voted for Becky. Not really any too personal reasons. I feel like her attitude's a little not my type of person. So I figured we'd get her out here sooner than later.
So here's the thing, too. I'm glad Rochelle did win. Great job, Rochelle.
Shout out to Rochelle for winning week one.
But week one, I feel like, is where you play it safe. I would have wanted to lose week one just so I wouldn't have had to vote.
I pulled a black chip, so I don't get a vote this week. But if I did have a vote, I would pick Nick because he is the strongest one out of Becky, and we can get Becky out of there instantly. So,
Oh, that's an interesting thing. I know a lot of people do.
Vote two people up.
I do understand that way. A lot of people do think like that, but I also don't know that I would say throw the competition just so I'm not that person choosing. I think I'm going to try to win each and every week because I'm that type of person. I don't want my fate decided by somebody else either.
I better not be me, baby.
Becky has been eliminated from the game. She's been deemed fake. She's been eliminated by her castmates. But the castmates were all kind enough to give her some goodbye messages on the way out the door. Any that you guys are looking forward to seeing?
Yeah, I'd say the girls, some of the girls. I think they just, she rubbed them the wrong way.
I just can't wait to see all of them, honestly. There's not one in particular.
I'm interested to see Nick's. I'm interested in seeing Rochelle's. And I'm also kind of interested in seeing Chase's, too, because it's going to be interesting. Those people are now all put in the front lines, and possibly even Ron, because Ron and Nick kind of seem like they were starting to bicker with each other.
Yeah.
So Nick's not gone. Ron has still has a battle buddy, I guess you could say. It's going to be interesting to see if any of these people kind of explode.
Team Ron all the way.
Agreed.
Oh, here we go. All right, well, let's take you down to the goodbye messages and see what everybody has to say about Becky being eliminated from the game.
Well, if you're seeing this, Becky, just wanted to say, it was a pleasure playing with you. You certainly lived for the game. You weren't shy about nothing. I appreciated all that you did and what you stand for and who you are. So keep your head up, and I'm sure you're going to be just fine. Go get them.
Becky, I'm sorry. I honestly feel bad. I feel like you deserved a chance. So I do honestly feel bad, and I did root for you, whether I put your name on the ballot or not. Like, I rooted for you. You're the genuine, probably one of the most genuine people I've ever met in here, to be honest with you.
Goodbye, Becky, We knew this was going to come soon. Everybody knew it was going to come soon. Adios. See you next time. Bye.
I'm so sorry, Becky. I really didn't want to do it, and I should have probably voted for Nick, but I kind of was up in the air and I didn't know what to do, so I did vote for you. I do apologize, and I hope there's no hard feelings.
Becky, you're all right. I really don't care that you went home.
Dang, Becky. It's crazy. I knew this was going to happen. All these girls, they're soft. They don't know how to play this game. I knew they was going to send you home. Don't think that it was the real ones that sent you home, because it wasn't. It was these little softies.
Goodbye, Becky. We try to have some girl power here, and we try to make some girl alliances. Obviously, I don't think that the women are on the same page, so I didn't think that you were a threat at all, and it would have been smarter to get Nick out first, but apparently everybody just has it out for you, so I'm sorry, and I hope that you could somehow make it back in the game.
Goodbye, Becky. It was nice seeing you. You was a nice person to me, but the game must go on, so bye-bye.
Becky, you got people not on your side because you're acting like you're too tough, and then you kept trying to force the girl thing together, and you were putting targets on your back from the guys, from saying, oh, all the girls need to be against the guys. Like, you said that in front of all of them, so obviously they want you out, and you put too many targets on your back from the jump, so.
Becky, I'm still stronger. Becky, you were the real deal. I felt like you were genuine to everybody the whole time. You weren't running around. You were gossiping a lot, but you weren't running around being fake. So we liked you on the show, and best of luck to you.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm John.
I'm Taylor.
And I'm Zach.
And some interesting goodbye messages.
They were okay. I wouldn't say interesting, but they were okay.
Nick, I don't know what it is. I mean, I like Nick. I know you don't like Nick. But he is a man of very few words. And for somebody that got put on the chopping block and survived after a horrible debate, kind of seemed like he's a little mic shy out there.
Yeah, boring. Next.
Yeah, he doesn't seem like he's gunning for Rochelle either. I feel like everyone just needs to get comfortable with each other, and things are going to start popping off here within the next week or so.
It should be interesting. But let's talk a little bit, too, going into week 2. I feel like there might be a little bit of a tension between Ron and Nick.
Team Ron.
Well,
didn't see that coming.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see if those two carry this little rivalry to next week. Do they keep it going? Do they let it drop?
Does it get worse?
Does it get worse? And do people join in? Mm-hmm. This is how alliances are made.
Yep.
And this is how the show starts building drama. And I believe that's we're in the early makings of that.
Yep.
I just can't wait for week 2 already.
I agree. Yep, I'm ready for it.
Okay, well, with that being said, we thank you for joining us for week 1. Becky has been eliminated, but we have lots of fun, lots of games, and lots of drama coming right at you in week 2. Be sure to be here next week on Fake It Till You Make It. I'm John.
I'm Taylor.
And I'm Zach.
And we'll see you for episode 2 next week.
See you later.